Hi everyone, my name is Ambreen and today I will show you on how to make cookies. That sounds yum, right? Make sure you don't take the biscuit when you watch my video. These are all the ingredients for my cookies. We're going to add 3 1/4 cups of plain flour. Okay, now we're going to add 1 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Now we're going to add 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. Now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of Himalayan salt. This salt is very good for your health. Okay, now with the wooden spoon, you mix everything together like this, making sure it's mixed in really well. So everything in there is distributing evenly around the flour. So mix it until it's completely combined together. Okay, now we will be working on our wet ingredients. Okay, we will need 1 cup of butter. So make sure you scrape all the butter out the cup like this. Okay, now you need 1 cup of sugar. Okay, once you've combined the butter and the sugar, you would be using a whisk to whisk the mixture. Okay, now I'm ready to add in my eggs. I'm using 2 eggs. Make sure when you whisk it, it's nice and smooth. So you add in both your eggs like this. Okay, this is what my batter looks like. So you've got a nice smooth batter there, and a nice colour too. It's a nice golden colour. Okay, now I would need some chocolate. So I'm using a half a bar of cooking chocolate. So you've got 3, 6, 9, 12 pieces there. So now what you do is you need to cut your chocolate up into small pieces. You can do it however you like. You can use a food processor, you can use a grater, but I prefer cutting it by hand using a knife. I like to have a bit of chunkiness in my cookie, so nice little bits of chocolates falling into my mouth while I'm eating the cookie. So you cut them into small pieces like this. If you want, you can use chocolate chips in your cookies. You can use white chocolate, you can use dark chocolate, or you can use milk chocolate. So whatever chocolate you fancy, you can always use different flavour chocolates. The orange flavour is quite nice in the cookies, that's if you like orange flavour. Okay, now I'm going to combine my wet and dry ingredients together. So I'll be putting all my dry ingredients into my wet ingredients like this. So you put it in slowly and then you'll be mixing your mixture. So add it in gradually, don't put it all in one go. You can use a mixer to mix your mixture. Okay, I've added in my chocolate in the mixture like this. I prefer using the wooden spoon. I like to make my cookies in a traditional way using a wooden spoon. So you mix it in slowly like this, making sure the flour is combined well with your wet mixture. So keep mixing until you have a nice smooth dough. Sorry, mind the mess. While mixing, you do have a lot of mess. So make sure you're cleaning up as you go along because you don't want to end up with a lot of mess once you've finished your cooking. Okay, now this is what my dough should be looking like. So what you do is you just knead it for a little while. Make sure you put some flour like this and then you knead it slowly, slowly. I mean, when you're mixing your mixture, I mean, you don't have to use a wooden spoon. You can always start off with your hands and use your hands right from the beginning to the end. So it's not entirely up to you how you mix your dough, but at this stage you need to really mix it in well, so you've got this nice soft texture. At this point, I'm going to be adding my chocolate into my dough like this. Once I've added it in, I'll be combining it together like this. So I'll be rolling it round until all the chocolate is mixed evenly around the dough. Okay, my dough is all ready, set for me to make my cookies now, and this is what it should be looking like, a nice smooth dough. Okay, before you actually start making the cookies, make sure you switch your oven on at gas mark 175. You want to preheat your oven before you place your cookies into the oven. Now what you're going to do is get some greaseproof paper and you're going to line your tray, making sure the whole tray is covered before you add your cookies in. Okay, I want to make chunky cookies, so I'm going to make a nice big ball like this. You can make them whatever size you like. You can make mini cookies or you can make large ones, but I want to make large chunky cookies. So I'll be placing them on the tray like this and I'll be pressing them down slightly, not too much, slightly, because when they heat up they'll just spread out themselves. So you have to have a nice round ball like this and press down slowly. So you keep doing that until you have enough in your tray. Don't put too much in the tray. a size like this, or a tray size like this, I would say about 6 cookies. That should be sufficient, because you don't want to squash your cookies up, otherwise they just overlap each other once they're cooked in the oven. Well, once you've put your cookies like this, I'm going to add in M&Ms. I'm using the M&Ms plain chocolate. You can use the M&Ms that contain nuts. So now what I'll be doing is placing them inside my dough like this. 4 M&Ms are sufficient enough for this size cookie. Right, my cookies are cooking nicely here. Here I've done a time lapse on my cookies. You can see them cooking gradually. Can you see them spreading out slowly, slowly? Okay, I baked my cookies for about 15 to 20 minutes. You can take them out whenever you like, whatever colour you're happy with. You can have a nice golden cookie or a medium to brown colour cookie. So my cookies are done here, so they're ready, and this is what they should be looking like. You can add on anything to your cookies. My children preferred chocolate, so you can add in walnuts, cut your walnuts into small pieces. You can add on pecan nuts, or you can cover them in jam and use desiccated coconut. So basically you can add on anything to your cookies. Okay, this is my second batch of cookies. Because these cookies were on the bottom layer, you would not get a crack. The top layer cookies have got a crack, the bottom one stayed full. So maybe it depends on the temperature of the oven. Maybe the ones at the top had more heat and the bottom ones had less heat. That's the reason they cracked. But well, whatever, they tasted good anyway, whether they were on the top or the bottom. They were very delicious cookies. I serve my cookies with a glass of milk. For children, you've got a nice healthy drink with some tasty cookies. So it gives the children an incentive to have some cookies with a glass of milk. This is a fun, easy and a quick recipe to make with your children. So it's a fun activity. As children are at home in the holidays, they tend to get bored. You hear the word bored quite often. So get them to make cookies and they would enjoy these activities. Add in whatever chocolate they like and then make sure, please give them a glass of milk with a cookie, as you know as well as I do, calcium is really important for children's bones. Thank you for watching Ambrian's Creations. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please like my video and please leave a comment and tell me what you think of the video. So make sure you do this activity with your children. They will love it. So enjoy. You will enjoy the cookies as well as the children.